When considering the key features of a music video, Andrew Goodwin, Dancing in the Distraction Factory 1992, identified a number of conventions that can be applied to our music video for Starring Role by Marina and the Diamonds. Firstly, he stated that music videos demonstrate genre characteristics. Marina and the Diamonds can be categorised as being of the indie pop genre. Our video is conventional of the indie genre in many ways, one of which is locations and settings. We used a theatre to create a studio space, which is a common characteristic of indie videos, particularly those that feature performance shots of the artist. A theatre was an ideal location as it came equipped with professional quality lighting. It was also an appropriate location because we used it as both a theatre location and a studio. An example of an indie video that uses a theatre as a location is the video for Little Lion Man by Mumford & Sons. Our video utilises an amplified relationship between the lyrics and the visuals, meaning we have taken a creative approach to visually presenting the lyrics, rather than a literal or disjunctive one. This is conventional for the indie genre, as often indie bands want to present themselves as arty and unconventional. One example of this is the lyric, "I've turned into a statue," during which the visual shows the protagonist holding her award and looking sad. This is an amplified interpretation as it shows the image of a statue, as well as representing the emotional meaning of the lyric. Another example is our interpretation of the lyric, "Really, I adore you and I can't leave you alone." For this, we chose to show the protagonist posing for paparazzi, which combined with the lyric connotes that she too shares this obsession with the idea of celebrity culture. This concept approach allowed us to create narrative fuzz, which gives the video repeatability, as the audience may want to watch it again in order to further understand the meaning. We also achieve this through the use of polysemic signifiers, such as the magazine, which represents the concept of celebrity culture, as well as acting as a trigger for the protagonist to break the cycle of supporting roles in which she has found herself. Goodwin also discussed the relationship between music and visuals. Our video demonstrates an illustrative relationship between music and the visuals, through the use of meat shots, which show the protagonist lip-syncing to the song. An illustrative interpretation is also evident in the cutting rate, which is synchronous with the beat of the song. As well as this, the development of the narrative within the video matches the emotional colouring of the song. For example, the scenes in which the protagonist is tearing the posters down take place during the bridge, which is the emotional climax of the song. Goodwin made reference to the notion of looking within video. In our video, cameras and posters are used to fulfil this convention. Some shots feature a camera in shallow focus, showing the protagonist in the viewfinder, as well as behind the camera, though out of focus. This creates many shots in which the audience will see two of the same person at once. The protagonist is shown singing in front of posters, some of which feature photographs of her, further establishing her image. The notion of looking is also shown through the use of extreme close-up shots in which only the protagonist's eyes are seen. This convention is used to create a stronger association between the artist and the consumer, which is enforced in our video by many shots of the protagonist. Another set of conventions that Goodwin discussed in Dancing in the Distraction Factory are those demanded by the record label, which offer multiple close-ups of the artist, creating a recurring visual motif which will add to the artist's meta-narrative and star construct. Recurring visual motifs within our video are the use of the green dress and the heart drawn on the protagonist's cheek. This aspect also ties into Marina and the Diamonds' own star image, as she always performs with a heart drawn on her cheek. Importantly, Goodwin talked about the voyeuristic treatment of the body as a convention in music videos. In our video, we have employed some voyeuristic camera techniques, for example, close-ups of the protagonist's feet, eyes and mouth. Goodwin also noted the recurring use of fetishistic treatment of the female body within many music videos. However, we chose not to conform to this convention in our video, as it encourages the objectification of women. Music videos are a postmodern form, which implies that they often borrow and rework ideas from other texts and forms. Our video uses intertextuality in many forms to create references to Marina and the Diamonds' other work. For example, we took the name of our protagonist from the title of her second album, Electra Heart. As well as this, we used the names of some of Marina's other songs as the titles for the film posters, which we created as props for the video. There is a discourse on gender evident within our video, seen through the representation of a majority female cast. At no point does a man speak or appear in close-up within the video, which implies an emergent ideology that women are superior to men. However, an oppositional reading of the text could be that the protagonist is selfish and vain, which conforms to residual stereotypes of women. The character exposition within our video subverts traditional gender roles, as our protagonist is presented in the absence of male characters. Therefore, our production cannot conform to Laura Mulvey's theory of the male gaze.